Okay. How we feeling? Hope you're feeling good out there. Check-in time. Rep your city and all that good stuff. Let them know where you at. Let them know where you from. Let them know you in the house. I got 7:30. Y'all know what it is. Make sure you share the broadcast and all that. How's everybody feeling? I'm going to go ahead and call in on this live line. Get this thing going. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm real proud everybody said they're going to start.
You have something special. You have greatness in you.
Hold it just a second.
This is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you.
Appreciate that, Kim. I really appreciate it, Queen.
Please enter your...
Appreciate that. Kim checking in from Colorado Springs.
Thank you. Please announce yourself.
All right, let's get it.
All participants are muted.
Oh, my man D. George checking in.
Entry and exit tones are off.
I love it. Let them know you in the house. I know we getting started. Woo, Dr. Monet in here. That means we're going to have a ball. I love that. Beetle Lachey in the house. Make sure you share this thing. Let them know we in the house. I got caught up, man, writing. You know, part of my morning routine is putting some words on the page. Kind of like window shield wipers for your spirit. You know what I mean? Let's get it. Next thing I know, I'm like, dang, I ain't even make my tea yet. You know what I'm saying, Cindy? K. Nicole. Know what I'm saying, Siobhan? Yeah, I love it. Jersey in the house. Okay, Taisha. YouTube gang up in here. My man Michael Douglas in the house. That's what I'm talking about. My man Corey up in here. Let's get it. What's up, Sydney? Oh, I love it. Wig services are needed out here. Okay. Yeah, let's get it. Welcome back, Chi-Town. South Carolina up in here. My man Spoon in the house. We're going to go ahead and get this party started, y'all. Demeter, I'm glad you're here. Make sure you share the training, everybody. We going to get this party started in a minute. I know it's my fault that I ain't come in with the music and all that good stuff I normally come in with. Because I was running a little bit late. But y'all ain't here for my DJing. Appreciate that, Crystal. Appreciate that. All right. So this morning what we're talking about is I described it yesterday, but there's this deceptively simple yet profoundly obvious. Isn't it wild how a lot of times okay, Brittany, I'm impressed. Brittany was up early like me. Is this profound thing about success that a lot of people, what's up, Ash? Let's get it. There's a profound thing about success that a lot of people don't even like recognize for real. I don't know about you, but to me, it's pretty much common sense that success starts with you and success ends with you, right? But you see how I spelled responsibility? Because it's real hard to live like this for real. It's real hard to live like you know that. I know you know that. You know I know that. But at the end of the day, it's kind of difficult. I ain't going to lie. Because living it like you know that means you're understanding and accepting that success is always about personal responsibility. Shouldn't nobody be more passionate about your success than you? The funny thing about life is that nobody gets out alive, right? And if somebody is more passionate about your success than you, I'm going to tell you something. They on the wrong path, and so are you. Not only should they not be more into your success than you are, but you shouldn't have anyone who's more into see your success than you are. You get what I mean? You need other people to help you. I get that. You need other people to support you. Absolutely. Appreciate that, Simone. Let's get it, Queen. You need the help. You need the support. This is why every holy book on the planet is full of networking advice, right? It's full of rules that make it so that you aren't a jerk, that you aren't out here burning bridges, blowing people that are here to support you, not being grateful. We always talk about how gratitude is this doorway to prosperity. Before I go to sleep at night, when I'm in my zone, I start thinking about, 3 things that I'm most grateful for, but before I even start thinking about the 5 things I need to accomplish, which we coming up on the last 90 days of the year, y'all. So this might be the time. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But here's what I'm saying, y'all. Yeah, you need other people to help you. And yeah, they can certainly open doors for you. But you still got to walk through the door. And if you're really going to succeed, you got to be willing to take 100% responsibility for getting yourself to your goal, getting yourself to a place. And you know that this means you're going to have to make some really hard choices. So enough preamble. Let's get into it. If you're ready for these 5 steps, I'm going to give you 5 kind of steps. 5. You can't just stare up the steps, though. You got to step up the stairs. I'm going to give them to you, but you're going to have to be the one that walks up these joints. If you're ready for the first one, give me your number 1 in the share. Let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Responsibility. Your ability to respond. You say you got a vision. You say you got a goal. You know your life can be completely different 365 days from now. But that don't mean it got to be better. You hear me? You could mess everything up. You could blow it all. You know what I mean? It's only a couple relationships and a couple pieces of information that got you to where you are right now. But if you mess around and blow that, you know what I mean? Now you become a warning to everybody instead of an example. Oh, God can still use you. Let's be clear. But a lot of times you need to ask yourself, in this area of my life, am I a warning? Or am I an example? Can somebody give me that in the comments? Am I a warning? Or am I an example? You get what I'm saying? Some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. So here's the first one. Here's the first one, y'all. Yeah, somebody give me that. Am I a warning or am I an example? Am I a warning or am I an example? Let's get it. Let's get it. Am I a warning or am I an example? Let's get it. All right, here's the first one, y'all. Number 1 is make the decision. Make the decision. I don't know if you realize, but decision has that same suffix on it, like incision, which is to cut into, right? But decision means to cut away. You got to decide. You got to decide. If you're millionaire minded and you've been rocking with me for a while, you've heard me talk about how suicide is like when you kill yourself. Homicide is when you kill somebody else. To decide means you kill off all the other options. Have you made a decision? Can you decide? Because before you do anything, you got to decide. And you got to make that decision to be fully responsible for your life. You got to be fully responsible for your success. And it's going to feel daunting. But stop praying for it to get easier when you should be praying for it to get stronger. Yeah, it's going to require this giant shift in what you're willing to tell yourself about who you are and what you can accomplish. It's going to require something else too. You're going to have to be able to look in the mirror and decide you're done making excuses and you're done blaming other people for your circumstances. What is your vision of success, right? What is your vision? Because I can't give it to you. You know what I mean? I can't tell you what success means to you, but I can ask you a question. Why did you decide on that specific vision? How can you start moving toward that specific vision? Even if it means taking some kind of small step that terrifies you Of course it's going to terrify you because you've never been in these strange lands. Anytime you're accomplishing something new, all your confidence comes from the fact that you think you can handle whatever comes. But hasn't your life proven that to you? You've been through so many situations. It was the worst situation you'd ever been in up to that point. Up to that point, right? But then you make it through. Here you is, still breathing, still living, still laughing, still loving. You get what I mean? So then, I understand that confidence comes from knowledge, but I want you to remind yourself, everything that's ever been created was created by the unqualified. I'm talking about created. I ain't talking about copy and paste it. I ain't talking about somebody else that walks in your footsteps later on, or I ain't talking about when we're walking in somebody else's footsteps after they did it first. What I'm saying is created. I'm saying creativity is next to godliness. And that's why God is always telling us to make sure that we're staying on that index of service and faith, right? Faith, being able to see the unseen and believe that the unseen exists, and in service, using that to help God's people. I'm trying to tell you that that's where your power comes from, because everything that was ever created was done by the scared and the unqualified, because the only way to be qualified to do something is for you to have already done it before. You get what I mean? That's why I don't agree when they be like, experience is the best teacher all the time, because sometimes experience becomes a prison. Remember we talked about that a couple of weeks ago? Like how you start looking back at your experience, and next thing you know, like, man, that don't work. Or next thing you know, you're like, I tried that already. Or next thing you know, you're like, man, ain't nobody else been able to do that. That's impossible. No. That's a perspective. That's an opinion. And the thing that Henry Ford said is true. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're absolutely right. But here's what I know. When you make the decision to personally own your success, what you're doing is changing your thoughts, changing your energy, and that in turn changes what you do from this day forward. Have you made a decision? Because it's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. Everybody always think it take a long time to change your life. No, it take a long time to get ready to change your life, but it happens in an instant. It happens in an instant when you're like, hey, I do, or hey, I quit, or hey, yes, I'll take this job, or hey, yes, I'll take this risk and start this business. It might have taken you a while to get there, but that decision is what changes your whole life. If you're ready for number 2, give me a number 2 and a share. Give me a number 2 and a share. Y'all with me? Yeah. Let's get it, Dennis. Give me a number 2 and a share. 5-star car in the house. That's right. Tell her, Allie. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, then. YouTube gang. Yeah, give me a replay, gang, if you're watching a replay. If you're watching this later on. All right, here's number 2, y'all. Here's number 2. Here's number 2. Set boundaries. Now you know where you're going. Now you need some guardrails. Does that make sense? The guardrails, the boundaries, so you don't veer off the highway and crash. You know what I mean? If you're going to go all in with success, y'all, it's going to take some speed. But you know what it is when you got, power with no control. That equals chaos, right? We are immensely powerful beings. But what tragedy we can make fall on ourselves when we have no self-control. You hear me? When we have no self-control, it's going to jack everything up. What I'm saying is, think about your vision of success, millionaire. Figure out where you're getting distracted. Figure out where you're getting frustrated. And then start cutting out some of those distractions. Once you're done with your own boundaries, think about where you might need to set kind but firm boundaries with other people. Think about that next. Because we all know being successful means you're going to learn to manage your energy. It means you're going to have to learn to manage your time in ways that move you towards your goal and also keep you healthy. It also means you're going to have to know your limit when it comes to interruptions and activities that drain you. Don't worry about setting the perfect boundaries right now. Just start from somewhere and keep on adjusting. Don't forget, when you're talking about that big old battleship moving through the ocean, a ship is way easier to steer once you got it moving. Can you dig that? So just get that bad boy moving. You're going to be able to adjust as you go, but you have to know what your boundaries are on your time. And as good as place as any to talk about this 90-day planner. I'm real big on everybody who's millionaire minded taking this fourth quarter serious. We're about to get into the fourth quarter, y'all. And this system is so cold because, this 90-day map, or what we call a massive action planner, is designed to help you take responsibility for your time. Here's how you can order it if you haven't already, right? Here's how you can order it if you never ordered one before. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. That's the website. Look what it makes you start off with. Your definite mission. Your definite mission, right? Like, I will read this many books. I will take this many vacations. I'm going to double my business every, 3 months. I'm going to learn Spanish. I'm going to open an investment account. What is your definite mission for these next 90 days, right? Then it's like, because we for the millionaire minded, list the personal characteristics of your perfect customer, right? And then what you got? Now, which of these do you need to work on in your own personality? Because don't forget, you don't sell to who you want. You sell to who you are. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So if this is what your perfect client is like, if this is what your perfect customer is like, which part of those pieces do you need to work on in yourself, right? Oh, but it gets iller than that. Check it out. If you don't get nothing else from this planner, read that $400,000 secret that came from Ivy Lee talking to Charles Schwab. Some of y'all know the name Charles Schwab from the investment house, but boy, that's a cold story. I ain't gonna ruin it for you. And then you got this. You got what we call a time audit. How are you investing your time? You see how every day it's laid out, right? What was I really doing from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.? What was I really doing from 9 to 10, 10 to 11? Now, we know where you was at 7:30. You was doing your morning routine, your millionaire ritual, right? Your millionaire ritual. And I spell that R-I-C-H, ritual, right? But what were you doing between 1 and 1:30? Really? Because I know you always talking about you ain't got no time. And then by each one of these, what you do is you write a P if it's profitable, a L if it's a loss, and an N if it was necessary or neutral. My friend, you just did a time audit. You've made a decision about taking personal responsibility, but now you have a way. And then up here, you just get to circle what month you in and get started. We in the last 3 months. You see that? October, November, December. That's the last 90 days of the year, baby. That's the last 90 days of the year. We call that the fourth quarter. What is your pay yourself first goal? What was your savings accomplishment last month? Give yourself some props. What are your savings goals for this month? Come on, celebrate yourself. And then every day, hold up, let me turn to a page that ain't used because I use mine, you know what I mean? But check it out. Every day, you got that to-do list, right? Every day, you filling in your Kaizen 5, your Kaizen 5. Every day at the top, you got a little quote, right? Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so you can live the rest of your life like most people can't. Ha! Truer words were never spoken. But order your 90-day planner. Give me a number 3 and a share if you're still with me. If you're still with me. Let's get it. Let's get it. Fourth quarter is here, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, here's number 3. Kind of like we just now described right there, right? You got to shift from passive to active. You got to shift from being passive with your time to active. I'm going to tell you something. It's a sobering thought. But can you imagine that 30 years from now, you won't even be, we ain't got to necessarily be here 30 years from now, 20 years from now. There are people you know right now that won't be here 10 years from now. What the hell are you waiting for? What the hell are you waiting on? You waiting on somebody to like you? You waiting on somebody to give you something? You waiting on, I know what you waiting on. You waiting until you ready. Check this out. You better switch from passive to living your life actively, if you tend to get caught up in this giant mind freak zone, right? Over what you should be doing to be successful, chances are that's where you're going to end up, stuck in this friction zone. You're going to be stuck in paralysis of analysis. This is because thinking and talking about success is cool, but action is what leads to results. Think about this, y'all. Ideas are praised, right? But execution is worshiped. Why? Because there's no way to lose when you're millionaire minded. What do I mean? Because when you're thinking about it the right way, you can only win or learn. So either way, you win. Because that learning is what's going to make you more powerful for the next situation that comes up. That's why mistakes are so amazing. That's why every morning, one of my favorite affirmations is, I am so happy and grateful for even my mistakes and how quickly I learn from them. Millionaires, one of the best ways to break out this thinking and talking cycle is to start writing down your thoughts. Write down these thoughts, y'all. Write down these talking points as action items. Write them down as action items. Stop playing with yourself, man. This could be the best Tuesday you've ever lived on planet Earth, but it's going to take you taking some of that stuff out your brain and putting it on paper. Even if some of it seems far-fetched, let the universe hear your cry. Take time to turn these ideas into something that directly relates to your success. Am I making sense to somebody out here? And then take that leap. Get out your comfort zone. Somebody give me this in the comments. Ain't no growth in the comfort zone. And ain't no comfort in the growth zone. If you're going to be a fully successful person, y'all, then you're going to have to fully own your life. You're going to have to fully accept that nobody else can shift you from passive to active. Only you can do this. So take one of these thinking points. Take one of these talk items that you always talking your friends to death about and get going on it. I'm talking about now, in the next day or two. If you're ready for number 4, give me a number 4 and a share. We almost out of here. Let's get it then. Let's get it. This could be the best Tuesday that you ever lived on planet Earth. You better let them know. Give me a number 4 and a share. Yeah, Dre. Tell them, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Time waits for no man. Time waits for no woman. Let's get it. Let's get it. Time ain't waiting on us, y'all. Yeah, appreciate that, Demeter. Thanks for the love. All right, here's number 4. Because it's another thing that holds us up a lot of times, in my humble opinion. Here's number 4, y'all. You got to embrace the fact that your direction might change. I think it's Malcolm X that said something wild. He was like, if you still think the same way at 30 that you did at 20, you done wasted 10 years of your life. Ain't that cold? Millionaires, being personally responsible means understanding your direction might change. You might have swore your life was going to work out this way. You might have swore this was the mission or this was the relationship. Oh man, you might have just, woo. But if you're going to take personal responsibility for your life, then what you have to embrace is that change is inevitable. The only constant you really have in this life is change. So yeah, you got to embrace the fact that your direction might change, but the feelings you get from being successful won't. And this is why it's so important to really get in touch with why you're doing something. Because you may find out that you climbing the ladder of success, but it's leaning against the wrong building. You get what I'm saying? Why are you doing this? At the end of the day, what does it all mean? What is the purpose? Are you getting peace? Are you getting fulfillment? Because success is about how you feel. You can't measure success in some bank account number. Man, there are fishermen in third world countries that are way happier than people on Wall Street with these incredible jobs. You can't measure success by the size of your living quarters, your domicile. Oh, that makes you feel a certain level of status. I asked this question this weekend. I'm going to ask you again. Here's something you can ask yourself if you want to know if you're chasing status or wealth. You ready? Check this out. Would you rather be the worst lover in the world, but have everybody think you're the best lover? Or would you rather be the best lover in the world and have everybody think you're the worst? That question will tell you if you're chasing status or you're chasing wealth for real. Because the problem with our people is that a lot of us want to look like we got it instead of actually have it. You hear what I'm saying? Nah, y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Somebody hear me. I'm talking to somebody right now. Success is about how you feel. And the opposite of pain is not relief, y'all. The opposite of pain is fulfillment. Somebody give me that in the comments. The opposite of pain ain't that house. The opposite of pain ain't that car. The opposite of pain ain't that wardrobe. The opposite of pain ain't that vacation. The opposite of pain is fulfillment. And you'll never fully fill that hole you got inside with sex, drugs, rock and roll, cars, clothes, women, men. You're never going to fill that hole. That hole is limitless when you try to dump that kind of stuff in it. That's what the devil counting on. You'll never fully fill that hole inside until you find a purpose that's bigger than your own ambition. Until you find something you're willing to live for. I think it's Martin Luther King. He was like, until a man finds something he's willing to stand for, he'll fall for anything. Until a woman finds something she's willing to stand for, she'll fall for anything. You hear what I'm saying to you? All I'm saying is watch out for thoughts like I should do and focus instead on what I must do. Stop shoulding all over yourself. Stop shoulding all over yourself. You know what I mean? What must you do? Catch yourself when you start to compare yourself to other people. Catch yourself and remember, their vision of success is just as unique as yours is. Charles Darwin said something ill. Y'all know him as the evolution dude, right? Y'all know him as the evolution dude. Charles Darwin said something ill. He was like, it's not the strongest or the most intelligent who will survive. It's those who can manage change the best. Man, come on. Come on, man. Give me a number 5 in the share. We almost out of here. Here's number 5, y'all. Live with integrity. Live with integrity. Live with integrity. Tell him, Mimi. What's up, Mimi, the motivator? Live with integrity, y'all. Live with integrity. You know, integrity means wholeness. The reason this thermos can hold this tea is because it has integrity. Integrity means wholeness, right? And the ultimate way of showing, not just saying that you're stepping up and taking personal responsibility, is living with integrity. Integrity is the foundation of trust. And without trust, you can pretty much kiss any meaningful personal or business relationship goodbye. If they can't trust you to show up when you said you would, you can kiss that goodbye. Even if they tolerate you, they're losing respect for you. But here's what's even colder. When you can't commit to yourself, when you can't have the integrity to see through these promises, when you make a word and then you make excuses for why you broke your word, you're losing self-respect. That's what's cold. And then from there, your life is going to be a negative loop cycle of blaming everybody. And you're going to be like, damn, why do time keep passing and I'm still in this jacked up place? What are you promising yourself? What are you promising other people? Are you following through on those promises? Or are you making excuses when those promises go broken? It ain't none of y'all fault if I don't go to the gym because it's raining outside. If you look at my stories right now, you'll see me walking out the gym. I'm waiting until, you know what I mean? I had to finish my little gyms from the gym before I walked out there in the rain because it was storming. But I'm going to tell you what I didn't do. I didn't skip my time that's for me in that gym. Because that's for me. I got to live in this body. But talk is cheap. I can say I want to build myself into a Greek god. But that's just words. I got to show it with my actions. And then what starts to happen is that I begin to be able to control the forces of nature, because that same will that allows me to stay grateful in the middle of a crisis is the exact same willpower that bends reality to my will. It bends reality at that point. You get what I mean? Because I'm the one deciding this is helpful. I'm the one that's deciding I'm motivated now. You know what I mean? This ain't going to be easy, y'all, but it is one of the best and the fastest ways to keep yourself accountable. Integrity. It's a cornerstone of success, y'all. Integrity. It's a cornerstone of relationships, y'all. Taking full responsibility makes you powerful. Yeah, controlling other people is strength, but it's controlling yourself that is power. This means you're going to have to make some tough decisions, right? This means you're going to have to get in touch with what you really want. And this means you're going to have to decide why you really want success. I'm going to throw this up here one more time. Order this 90-day planner. We got a bunch more getting shipped out today. So take it serious. Take it for real. It's time for us to just go to We Are Millionaire Minded and order that thing. It's affirmation time, y'all. It's 8:01, man. How y'all let me go over? It's 8:01. How y'all let me go over? All right, repeat after me, millionaires. Let's get it. I am so happy and grateful that I keep a